expectations for the season? Have you planted goals for this team yet?
So we're collectively planting. This isn't a Fabrice goal thing. This is an us thing. But we've talked a lot about like what does it look like to make history for our club. You know, we know the history of the Houston Dash, and I think for us it's not even a question of like if or what to make playoffs. Like that should be minimum, but it's just more like what's the mentality that we want to have when we get there.
What's up, H-Town and all around? OSG here. Welcome back to the Dash Dispatch. All Dash, all the time. With me, and with me all year long, Dani, H-Town's sports fangirl. How you doing, Dani?
I'm good. Happy Monday. How are you?
Happy Monday. Oh, joy. We talked about this. We hate the beginning of the week. But, hey, you got to get through the beginning of the week to get to the game on the weekend. But, hey, welcome, y'all. Welcome to the show. Looking forward to this one. We do have a little bit to go over this tonight, so we'll see what we can go over. Got a question for you. Got a question for the fans. So I guess, Dani, if you're ready to get into it, let's get into it. And we're going to start with my OSG mileage tracker. I'm 3 weeks in of the year. What are we, 2 months into the year? I'm 3 trips in, over 1,100 miles into that car that has made to Dallas once this weekend and Houston twice previous. So y'all looking for a friggin' sponsor for the show, not for me, for the show. Help us out. We're open to suggestions. Hey, y'all want to come on. But that was what is that? Shameless plug right there.
Yeah, but that's a lot of driving.
Let's go into Houston. And it's crazy, but you know, like this weekend, it was actually the last 2 trips have been there and back. I drove there, went to the game, did our work, and then turned around and drove back home. Houston, I got back home at 3:30 a.m. and then Dallas this weekend, I got back home at 11:15 before midnight, or maybe 11:30. Let's just say that because flying. Houston to Dallas is not Houston to Dallas. Austin to Dallas is pretty easy now. No construction. I mean, there's construction, but it was pretty quick coming back home. All right, moving on. Coachella, Houston Dash finished Coachella. Didn't do so well. We lost one. We tied one. It's okay, whatever. Lost one 2-1, won 1-2, or tied 1-1. McKenzie, Robbie scored a goal, and then the other one was Cat Radar that scored a goal. So not much from it, but it was Coachella. Dani, anything you want to add there? You know, McKenzie Robbie got a goal. Looking forward to her.
That, especially because we're playing her old team first of the season. But it makes me nervous because in general, like coming from a 0-win, 3-game preseason series, like with 1 tie, I know we got several ties last season, but just that 0-2-1 stat right now is just kind of nervous. And I know we have Texas coming up this weekend, but it's like, come on.
Hey, it also Fabrice took a different approach to the preseason when he played these games. It was a mix. It wasn't first team and second team. It was a mix of anybody and everybody. Just like this weekend at the Cotton Bowl, somebody got a start who never had any minutes for the team at all. So, so preseason aren't for wins or for losses. They're for training and for preparation. So hopefully we prepped correctly. I didn't like the game this weekend, but we'll get into that. How about right now? Cotton Bowl. I was at the Cotton Bowl versus Dallas Trinity. We did lose 1-0. I think Jane just kind of accidentally let one go in. But as far as the game, 1-0, man, wow. I was disappointed. Did you get to see it? I know they did get to stream it, and fans were able to watch it.
So I did watch some highlights. I did hear that Jane did save several attempted goals, right? I love that because that's what she did last season too. And then just to let us let them score just one goal. I'm pretty impressed with how we kind of held them off. But I hate that Jane sometimes has to work so hard. So that always goes back to my comment that I always say is like, where's our defenders? And then it makes me nervous too that even our midfielders and whatnot don't take the chances they need to score, to take the chances to make a goal. Like they're hesitant, are they passing the ball enough? Are they opening up space? And so we just need to see that.
Right, they're not taking those opportunities from outside the 90. The problem that I witnessed during this game, being there in attendance and, from a good view, from a low view, whichever view it was, lack of wing play, and that was defensively and offensively. Defensively, we weren't guarding their wings. We were allowing their switches and their big switches, which gave their offensive opportunities on that night. And the one goal came off of one of those as well. And then offensively attacking, we had nobody stretching the field and nobody getting out wide. Yaz was staying middle. Your striker, whoever your striker was at the moment, was staying middle, and the other side was staying middle. So like we weren't stretching the field at all. Fabrice said in the press conference afterwards that he was just trying. The defense needs to stay compact, and he gave his reasoning why. But you go back and watch a lot of film. It was just to me it was man. It could have been a little bit different. They weren't threatening in the middle. We could have prevented that one goal and not put Jane in that situation. But
yeah,
it was difficult, but a lot to work on.
Yeah, well, and like you said, this preseason is just to getting to know each other and what works and what doesn't work. But you see those flaws that we still kind of had from previous years. And you're like, all right, how are we fixing this?
Right. Looking forward to it. As you said, there's still one more preseason, but also I asked for Reese in the press conference after the game, what was the difference from last year's roster to this year's roster? And he gave a very detailed, very good answer actually, and I enjoyed his answer because you don't some coaches you don't expect much, but he gave there's depth. Depth was important. He gave a bigger answer too, so y'all go watch Foxtrot Game Day on Foxtrot TV to hear the full Foxtrot Game Day from the Cotton Bowl. It's only 10 minutes long, so it doesn't take long. Get to hear the full press conference from Reese and with Maggie as well. But Dani, the difference from last year's roster to this year's roster, do you agree with him? We're looking better with the depth. We're going to have better, more tougher decisions when you're choosing your starting 11 this year, where players are more competitive and there's better options than there was last year. Do you agree with that?
No, I do. I can see that we're still putting in effort when we're keeping it low scores in general. That's impressive too. So in the bigger picture, like they are kind of holding it down in the sense that we're not letting them like take over the whole game per se. And so we're figuring it out.
We got to figure it out. We definitely got to figure it out. 16 teams now in the league, and expansion teams coming in and setting a mark or getting ready to set a mark or trying to set a mark. But also as team Fabrice, I don't know why I add the little accent with the Fabrice, but I also asked Fabrice, if the team set goals, and he goes, these are not Fabrice goals, these are team goals, and they want to set history. Again, I tell y'all, go check out the video for his full answer. But and he wants to set history, and I think he understands the fan have been asking for history. We've been to one playoff game at home, sell out. We lost that game. There are no other playoff games. This is year number 12 of the Houston Dash. Are we ready to set history, to make history?
I think so ready. I think the players that we added on, and unfortunately the players that we had to kind of get rid of, I think we are trying to set our goals and to like we have our eyes locked, right? And so we have to get there.
Right.
We have to prove it. We're trying to prove it.
Hashtag prove it. Hashtag prove it. Yeah. I was waiting for you to drop it in too. I knew it.
No, that was the perfect intro.
I love it. Hashtag drop it. All right. Fabrice, you got it. we trust the process. The fans definitely believe in you and believe in what you're doing right now with Angela. By the way, Angela was at the Cotton Bowl as well. She went with the team. She was there. I didn't notice if Twyla was there, but she should have been if she was not. I think she probably was, but there was a lot going on at the same time. I was kind of the only media for the dash that was there. There was a photographer there, by the way, I believe from Keeper Notes. So shout out to him. I hope I got it right. I'm not sure if he shoots for Keeper Notes or not, but either way. So I also asked Fabrice about the rookies and how they're doing. We also had three trialists that played during the game that were with FC Dallas, and I mean these were kids, by the way. They looked like freaking kids. Like their faces were like young. Okay, like because they're walking right by. They don't even have training tops. They're in the orange. You can see it in the video too whenever you watch the Foxtrot game day. But asked for Reese about the rookies, and they're doing well. Mentioned one that Harden that actually got the start. I believe he might have gotten signed as well. I couldn't tell from his answer, so that would be a player to see at the bench. But he quickly mentioned Kate Fossey, and he's been getting a lot of hype during the preseason as well as one of the rookies that's been standing out. Of course, we have other rookies right now too. They're at camp as well, so Kate Fossey's getting more time with the team, but she's been doing a wonderful job and creating and attacking as well. But as far as the rookies, are you enjoying or liking what the rookies have been doing so far?
Yeah, like you mentioned, Kate Fossey. It's great to have another forward on the team, of course, and then just all the awards that she's been able to achieve. I was reading that in 2025 alone, she made 11 goals. So I think as a young player coming in, because I think she was 2004. so she's one of the. And so I think she'll bring a lot of energy to our team. But I didn't really see her.
I like her. Yeah, and her agility and what she can bring. So I'm okay with the direction we went because the potential we got with all these rookies, plus the other couple of signings, Mackenzie Robbie and the keeper, of course. Potential is there, the bench is there, the depth is there. So like Fabi said, there's going to be things to work on.
Right.
Also, I was able to talk to Maggie to ask Maggie about the game and her thoughts about the game, and she kind of threw it out there that Fabrice talked to them and like, hey, we should have been more aggressive. We should have been better 50-50. We should have been fight. You have to fight. You have to win the ball. You have to want the ball. In so many words. So again, you have to go listen on Foxtrot TV to hear her words for herself. So obviously you got to want the ball to be the ball and to get the ball into the net. But did Maggie hit it on point? Do you see that in the team so far this preseason and even going back to last season?
Yeah, no, I think we're all kind of like just doing what we can and supporting each other. So for Maggie to keep trying in that same aspect, like what she's working on, I think that's really good to stay focused. And that's kind of what we just all have to do, stay focused on what we know we need to work on as players for the team.
Right. And then as a team, just everybody has to be ready to fight for that ball and just have a little more grit, a little more aggression.
Yeah. They all have
tone, right?
Like they just have to be aggressive about it. Like you said, they all have their role. So come on, let's get you ready.
Let's get it ready. Season is very, very, very close. All right. So that was the Cotton Bowl. I enjoyed the trip to the iconic Cotton Bowl. That was fun being there and being really close to the field and the pictures I was able to take and just going up into where the press box was, sitting and watching the game. I liked it better closer. I don't want to watch a soccer game in the Cotton Bowl ever again. But It's okay. I enjoyed my moment there.
I was watching videos though, and I did see I saw several Dash fans there. So I'd love to see that because I wasn't even really expecting a large audience, but I definitely saw fans in general taking the lower bowl. So that was good to see, and then several being Dash players, and so I was happy to see that.
Right, some Dash players, some Dash fans. There was plenty of Dash fans. There was a good section there too, as well. There was a good crowd as well. Throw out to Dallas Trinity. They are in mid-season, so their fans are into it, and the Youth and Dash are coming out to play in their home stadium, the Cotton Bowl. So they did have a good crowd. I can't tell you what the number is. I don't know. I didn't look, but I was intrigued by how many people did show up to it, and it's a good showing that they had against us. And then they got to go home and take the friggin' win too. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
But any last words on that Cotton Bowl game? The I-45 showdown.
Oh gosh, no.
All right, we move on. It's my H-Town versus my Hook'em Horns. This coming Saturday, this will be a closed door one, so you're just going to have to follow the East and Dash admin for any information that we're going to get for this next game. It'll be the last preseason game before we have to travel to San Diego the following weekend on Saturday and get this season started. So we're 2 weeks away. As you're listening to this episode, it's going to be less than 2 weeks away by the time you hit this and push play. But man, so anything else that you want to see against Texas or anything else you would say, hey, Fabrice, focus on this last moment before you go into the season?
I don't really know. How's University of Texas playing? Because obviously you can't just say, oh, they're just kids. It'll be an easy game. No, because clearly we have rookies that they played well while they were in college. So you can't assume that's going to be an easy game. So we still have to to prove it, right? We have to want it. And hopefully we get at least in games because one win, even if it's against a college team, like that would be nice.
Yes. Need to get one win, or be that team that didn't get a win during the preseason and did spectacular during the season. Texas has a new head coach this season after their long-term head coach was no longer with the team. So they might have a new style. Might have a new attack. I'm not sure. So we don't know what Texas is this season, and I'm one that follows them as well.
Yeah.
So
I did read about.
But what I want to see is more the Dash go more direct and attack.
Yeah. Well, and what I was that we've played them twice since 2015, and we won both of those games. And so it'd be nice to just kind of keep that record going that we have beat them every time, But like you said,
right, you're a professional team. You better be the college team.
Respectfully, okay. Respectfully. So if college players are watching, I'm being so respectful.
Respectfully. All right. So next topic. We were both super excited about this one and was curious. We enjoyed all the hype up to what was coming, and it was the jersey release, the Houston Chronicles jersey release. Not the Houston Chronicle, the newspaper, but the Houston Chronicles jersey chronicle, however you want to say it, Houston as in its own. It does have the Houston Chronicle building on the jersey, but that's okay. So Dani, tell me, what were your thoughts on that nice? I'm going to say nice.
I love it. I love the blue. That's definitely been like the Dash color. So if anyone's asking what color to represent Dash, yes, you could do orange and purple, but let's do blue to kind of be different from our Dynamo team. And so they're calling it the Space City Blue, which is okay. I love that they have the Chronicle building on there. I'm getting a lot of like 50-50 reviews on that. Some people don't like it, but I do love it because it's a landmark. right? And then they have like the paisley designs to represent the Cowboys and magnolias and just all the little details into the jerseys. And so just I love it. Just like I love the Dynamo jersey with the freeway map. Like this is also a huge shout out to just Houston and represents us as a city. And I love that they're showing us off. So
I agree. And then they have the orange and purple stripes, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a white collar and then like white trimming with just small stripes. Like, yes. No, I love it.
I'm definitely ready to get one. Hopefully, get a call back soon, and both of us can get one.
So,
But we'll see. We'll see about that.
People who don't know, because I'm a season ticket holder for someone, and they get tickets as 2 tickets. It's like for season, we both get a free jersey. So that's what we're trying to do because we're hoping in the future we have a plan, don't we? What's our plan to get 2 extra tickets for the season?
The 2 extra tickets. We're going to do a giveaway every week with those 2 extra tickets and try to get more fans to the stadium and watch the Houston Dash. So, where we're going to purchase those tickets at our own cost and hopefully benefit a jersey or each sales, but get people to the stadium more often, and people that don't get a chance and maybe don't want to try to pay for a ticket or look it up, they'll have an opportunity if they listen to us. Go to the game on our account.
And first and foremost, if you follow me, I love giveaways. I am one to always try giving a giveaway. So I was so excited when you had the idea to do a giveaway. I was like, yes, let's do it. And so our jersey, we were talking about it, and we can't decide what we want. But I do want the blue one. I love the blue jersey, so I think I'll get that one because I have the purple one. I don't have an orange one, but I like the blue.
I'm waiting for the new orange. We're definitely going to. Well, I think we're getting the new orange next year, obviously, but not obviously. But for those that don't realize, we're the blue is our jersey this year, and then we're keeping the orange for another year. We're keeping the purple for another year, and I think we get our new orange next year. So I'll definitely be getting that new orange because I'll be looking forward to that. But this blue, I like it. I enjoy it. I like the concept. I like the logo down on the bottom of the left side of your torso right there. Who? I'm going to ask you first. I'm going to throw you under the whim first. And who are you getting on the back of your jersey? Or are you going to go custom?
I do like custom. On my custom jerseys, I usually put for the H. But honestly, if it had to be a player, it'd be just Jane Campbell because I have always loved her. She's always been one of my favorites, and I talk about her so much. So shout out to Jane Campbell. But I would probably have to get her number and her name. So who would you get?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So I like doing the custom too instead of getting a player because the custom lasts longer than the player most likely will, unless the player retires with the team. So I typically do OSG, and then the year I got the jersey, so it would be 26. But I was thinking about the player as well, and everybody wants to go Avery, so it's obviously like Avery, right? Maggie's another popular one, right? There's good ones, so I was thinking like I'm always the underdog favorite, and this person has struggled for 2 years, has scored 1 goal in 2 years, and is probably going to be at the helm with another player. Need her to go off and just break through and score. So if I'm going to get a jersey, I'm going to get a Clarissa Laracy jersey. And I'm going to support her 100% because I need her to go off. If she can go off, this team will not struggle to score. Because you're going to have Yasmin on your right. You have A. Oh, man. So that's where I'm going. Super surprised right there. You have other players. You have other interests. But I think I'm going to go with the Clarissa Laracy because of there's more background behind getting that jersey.
Yeah.
And the hope that she can have a good season.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll see. Get our call, see if we can customize it or if it has to be a player. So we'll see. And I saw them in person on Friday when they had the reveal, and it was It was really nice to see in person. I really liked it. And then they had these little like newspaper clippings to kind of, since it was a Chronicle, Houston Chronicles, they had these like little magazines. So of course, me framing everything, I had to take one and frame it. Probably put it on like I have my little sports wall here. So I'll probably have to put it like up there somewhere.
There you go. There you go. Put it in the background. Let's see it. Let's see it. I like it. Let's see what do we got. Houston.
And what y'all don't
Got
see,
the building.
yes. See, it has the building, the Paisley, oh yes. So
I like it. I like it. Good still. I mean, good get.
yeah, no, it was. I'm really excited.
So you were at that event. How was that at that event? Anything happen at that event? Like, was it just a cool event, little small party?
It was fun to see the jersey, how they styled it. Diesel was there. He was acting silly, of course. He went to stand by the mannequins and he froze. He was holding it for a while. I think at least like 3 minutes or so. And I know that may not sound like a long time, but once you see him, and literally he's standing there like a mannequin. And so it was impressive. I was trying to record it, but I was like, I can't record him for 3 minutes. I'm going to look at this later on and be like, what was I trying to get? But it was a lot of fun. People showed up.
So good event. Fun. I heard Angela was there, but she must have snuck out on you before they turned the lights off. But
yeah, maybe. I was trying to find her.
Event. It sucks that they released the jersey that morning and did the launch later that night. So like it took a lot away from the event itself. I think.
Like you said, I was hoping for it to be like a big surprise, like ooh, first look kind of thing. But once you went there, you were like, oh, I kind of already know what to expect and what it was, and so.
Yeah.
But you got to touch it.
I was misled myself. But cool still. But so jersey release. Keith Campbell, I'm Laracy. I want to ask y'all, post a picture if you got your jersey already. Tell us who you got. Show us your custom. Who are you going to get if you're going to get one? Tell us who you're going to get.
Yep, we want to hear about it.
It's going to be interesting to see who everybody gets. I know a lot of people want Avery. Go ahead and get your Avery. It's cool. We have no problem with your Avery.
Yeah.
I like the Yaz. We'll see who gets it. So go out there, get your jersey, post your pictures, give a shout out, and tag us when you do it.
But talking about Avery too, so she wasn't even supposed to play for the U.S. team, and then last minute they called her up because she was replacing Kate Wisner.
And then she didn't. I think it is Wisner. Yeah, you're.
And then she didn't get any minutes, and so it was okay. We still won. The U.S. team won 2-0, which was fun to see. But
yeah, so Avery, I mean, she did miss the January camp, and that probably hurt her. I don't, this is SheBelieves. It's not the qualifiers. So if she doesn't get called up for the qualifiers, then we're like, whoa, what the hell happened? Because we thought she was going to be the starting left back for the U.S. women's national team for sure. So not to get any minutes, I'm not surprised by it. Not to get put on the bench, I am surprised by it a little bit. But to be a last second call up, no, it's okay. But 2 more games left to see if she gets on the bench or what Emma does do with her. But we would love to see her play, right?
Right. Yeah. But not
so
for
it's
her
all good. But as you mentioned, yeah, it's okay though. I mean, we could have used her against Dallas Trinity in actual playing time, but whatever. It's all good. She'll be back. She won't be back for Texas this weekend, which is fine. She's still training with a bunch of good players, so she's still getting her training in, still getting her fitness in.
Yeah.
So got to be ready for San Diego. But U.S. wins. Also on the national team database, for the Houston Dash is Kiki Van Zetten for Jamaica is in World Cup qualifying tonight against Nicaragua. As we're recording on Monday night, by the way, y'all, is playing, so you'll hear this and go back and check the score, see if she scored, see if she did anything. Tell the truth, I think she might have. She might do well, and usually does well, especially against Nicaragua. Jamaica should get a good win. Sarah Puntingham for Australia, UEFA qualifying.
For
Lisa
Austria,
Bulletin,
yeah.
Group A, World Cup qualifier. Raider, Clinky, and Olmark all on national team camps at the younger youth. So that's a good shout out for all those international players, right?
Yeah, definitely. And just to see like how other teams and players in general, like with their style list and kind of get that mix into their warm ups before regular season starts, I'm always excited to see. So I love when our Dash players go out and represent their countries also, because then it's like, oh, look at that Dash player, and then they kind of reflect on our team as well.
Finally, because it used to not be that way, where you're like, who is for who, and there is nobody. You have the Austrian captain and Sarah Puntingham. Lisa Boten's on Italy and trying to qualify for the World Cup. Kiki Van Zant with Jamaica doing well, going to probably qualify for the World Cup. And then, we have our youth playing in the U.S. camps doing really well. I talked, like I mentioned, we talked to Maggie at the Cotton Bowl, and she mentioned Cat Raider at the camp, and maybe Maggie will make it back to the camp pretty soon. Just coming off her injury, so she'll be back as well. So it's a lot of players for this team, and thank God for one, Dani. I know you're going to agree with this. The NWSL takes a break on the international weekend, so we don't interfere with our teams playing. So,
right.
I hate missing players just because of a friggin' international break. Thank God we schedule it better, but no one asked. No one asked.
No one asked.
Hashtag. No one asked. So, I guess you know what I just did.
Well, on No One Asked, because I wanted to mention earlier, when we were talking about like passing and stuff, I noticed during the Dynamo games that they added on the scoreboard passes. And that was really neat to see because, especially against Chicago, our home opener and whatnot, we really saw that like we were either turning over the ball too many times or we weren't passing it enough. We weren't taking advantage. We held it onto one spot too long. So I really like to see, because even our last game, the other team probably passed it twice as many times as us. So it's kind of reflects on how you play too. So I want to see that for the Dash and what their stats are, and if they're passing it enough, if they're taking opportunities and not just holding on to it. So no one asked, but I wanted to tell you.
Hey, I do like that though. No one asked, but that is a good information to know and to want to see. Because, like you said, as you pointed it out against Chicago, and mentioned like that is something to know and to witness. And how are we playing during the game? And the passes can reflect our opinion of it as well, how we feel. And so that is a good stat to see, and I hope we see it. And the scoreboard did change, so it did go from one little stat board that it held onto, and then it would switch to another stat board for a few minutes, and then go back to the other one, of course. But so I'm interesting to see if the Dash. Yeah, Dynamo done a lot different. The sound system is going to be great for the Dash now too, but a lot of different vibes with the Dynamo. We'll see if the Dash are able to continue that as well, as we have a night game coming up on the 21st against Boston. But
yeah,
I like that. Can I
add another No One Asked? And I posted it on a Get to Know Me video yesterday. But so my birthday's at the end of the month, and I asked everybody for my birthday gift to go to the home opener on the 21st, because that would mean so much to me just to get fans out there. So I really want to come celebrate my birthday on the 21st at the Dash game. That would mean so much to me. It's a week before my birthday, but that's leading up to it, and that'll start my birthday week, is that Dash game. So go to the game.
Happy birthday, Danny. And maybe we could do something related to that ticket giveaway if we, if the Dash are able to make that friggin' phone call so we can get those tickets. And we'll do a ticket giveaway related to Danny's birthday. So that'll be
I would
fun.
love
And
that.
then we'll make sure y'all get to meet Danny for her birthday and say hello to H-Town Sports Fan Girl. Gonna be fun. All right, man. Danny, now that was no one asked, but it's stuff we need to know, which got me thinking. We need to know. Yeah, we need to know. Your shoes are friggin' awesome. So I think I need you to give a shout out and tell everybody what the hell I'm talking about here.
I am so obsessed with my shoes. My friend Eddie you hand him a pair of white shoes and he comes up with the idea and he just rolls with it, right? And I reached out to him and he's like, what do you want? I'm like, well, I'm a big sports person. He's like, I have that perfect idea for you. So he didn't just do one team, you guys. He did the 4 men's teams, which makes me think, before I show y'all shoes, that I'm convinced I have to do a Dash only shoe. This can be my men's team shoes, and then the Dash women's team can have their own pair, right? But
girl power.
Look how I'm so obsessed with these. So I've only worn them one time at the Dynamo game. So they have the Texans and Rockets logo, and you flip it around and you see Rockets, Texans. On the tongue it says H-Town, right, with splatter paint, which made me confused a lot of the night because, oh no, they're getting dirty, and it's just paint. And then on these, it's Dynamo and Astros, with the Dynamo and the Astros. And then on this tongue, it says Hold It Down. So one shoe is navy and red theme because the Rockets and Texans, and the other one's navy and orange for Dynamo and Astros. And I am so upset. So his Instagram account is at Eddie B Customs. They are. So again, you just provide him a white pair of shoes, give him the idea, and let him roll with it. So these could have come out better than I imagined. I'm so obsessed.
Give Eddie a shout out real quick and his at. Tell people where to find him.
So look him up at Eddie B Customs, and you'll see his page. He has other things too. He makes T-shirts, a Smile brand that he also does, and so go support him. He's downtown. He supports a lot of H-Town also. So Eddie B Customs.
So you provided the shoe, basically the canvas and the concept or the idea, and then he did the rest and gave it back to you.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it. That is friggin' awesome.
And I love shoes, and I've always looked for team shoes, and I just never really have been able to find one that amazes me. And he just, like I said, this is just the perfect shoe for me. I'm so obsessed. So
the other one that no one asked, the only feet. That's not real.
Oh my gosh! Do you want to hear that awkward story? I am
oh my
such
God!
An awkward
no one asked, but we're listening.
My friend Rodrigo is gonna be so embarrassed, but shout out to my friend too. So we were at Neat Fest because it was crawfish, and he was like, "Let me take pictures of your shoes, right? So I can post them later." And also, again, shout out my friend Eddie. And so he's under the table taking pictures on my feet, and the waitress comes around, and she's just looking at us, and I'm like, "It's a foot thing." And so, of course, the joke just took off. So now it's such a personal joke. And people, when I posted that I had a nail in my tire, people were like, well, your Only Feet account can pay for that. And I'm like, oh shit, I think we're onto something here.
You are onto something. The shoes are friggin' fire. Only Feet, y'all. Y'all get ready for it.
Oh my gosh. And just thinking about it's so embarrassing, but I love being awkward, so don't get embarrassed for me. Who knows?
Hey, super fun. Which is a great segue to the social. You don't have to give your Only Feet socials, but where can people follow you and check you out and keep up with you and your story? And wish you happy birthday.
Come check me out, keep up with my stories, and wish me a happy birthday at H-Town Sports Fangirl.
I love it. I enjoy watching your stories. Sometimes I'm like, you're up before me. Sometimes I feel like, and I go to work early, but
yeah. And you see stories. I always have a NoOneAsked story. I always have a story of the day. I love just sharing my day. And like I said, no one asked, but I'm gonna post it.
Okay. Sometimes I just comment, no one asked.
Right. No, I get that all the time. And you would think you'd be offended if people were like, no one asked. And I'm like, oh, see, they get it. But it's also a huge sports page. So if you want to talk sports, come talk to me too, because I can literally talk about anything. I love it all.
Obviously, right? Obviously. We'll have to do an instant ROM of you and get to know H-Town Sports girl. Y'all go check her out. She's going to be with us all year. Be ready for it. No One Asks is a segment. We Need to Know might become a segment too, because that's going to be interesting too. But No One Asks, y'all be ready for it, because no one asks. No one asks, and there's a lot of information that you're really interested to know about. But I want to thank all y'all for listening, for joining, for checking us out. Foxtrot Game Day, Dash Dispatch. Check us out on the boys' side with Dynamo and Noodle Time. And Herman doing great work over there. Andreas behind the scenes getting us ready. And the Dynamic Foxtrot. At Dynamic Foxtrot on all platforms. Anywhere you listen to your podcast. At Dynamic Foxtrot, Noodle Time, Foxtrot Media. Hit those keywords, find us, share us, like us, subscribe. Do it all, man. Do it all. And OSG Mileage Tracker, follow me, man. I'm on the drive. I'm going to hopefully get a plane trip in there this year for a Dash game. Hopefully for a Dynamo game as well. But right now the Dynamo games are kind of conflicting with the Dash game. So I'm conflicted, but I'm going to commit to the Dash, and we'll have to figure that part out later. But Dani, anything else you want to say before we hit that do not record button?
No, just everyone have a great night, and we'll see y'all next week on the episode of Dash Dispatch.
H is up. Good to talk to y'all. We'll see y'all soon. Next week is the preview for the Dash Dispatch and the Houston Dash season. So this one's going to be a big one. Hopefully we'll have somebody else with us to make it big and talk big. Get y'all ready for the Houston Dash. And what are we going to do, Dani? Hashtag prove it.
Prove it.
Prove it. Hey, H is up, y'all. H is up. We'll see y'all soon. This is OSG and Dani. Talk to y'all soon.